I represent Currency Countdown, and one of our writers, Graham Irvin, wrote me this morning, Byron King is certifiably one of the best, wittiest, and well-informed writers of the Daily Reckoning stable, and I completely agree. So we're going to get right into it. Talk to me about gold. Do you really think it's going to go up from here?
It's on the way up. I would not be surprised to see $2,000 gold by within 18 months.
We have a lot of silver bugs that connect with us regularly. What do you think about silver?
I still like silver. I think that when it popped up almost to near $50 an ounce a couple months ago, and then it pulled back, that was one of those hyperbolic things that it pops up, it's going to pop back. But if you hold physical silver, hang on to it. I think that where it is now, which is in the mid-30s, I think that's a decent floor. Every insult you can heap upon silver has been heaped in the last couple of months, and it never really went below, the low to mid-30s. So I think right now in the $35 range, it's as good a place as any to enter, hang on, and wait for the politicians in Washington to mess up the U.S. dollar so that your silver is worth even more going downstream.
All right, well, speaking about present policies, who do you think is going to fall first, the Europeans or the Americans?
They're not going to be holding a wake for Uncle Sam anytime soon. Is the United States going to contract dramatically in many different ways along many different fronts? I think that's written into the cards, if not written into the budget. I mean, the money's not there to do what we're doing. As far as, what Euroland is going to do, I think that we're going to see a dramatic restructuring in the EU over the next couple of years. You've got the wealthy northern countries, France and Germany primarily, who built the euro to benefit them. I mean, the euro is the inheritor of the strength of the franc and the mark, and then they brought along the southern region, Spain, Italy, Greece, Portugal. They brought those guys along, for the ride, because of EU unity and all that kind of thing. But it's costing the Northern Europeans a lot of money to keep the Southern Europeans in the fold. I think we're going to see Greece, Spain, Portugal, possibly Italy, depart from using the euro and go back to some other currency that they can then devalue, because the only thing that will save, say, Greece, Spain, is a devaluation of a local currency, but there isn't a local currency since they all use the euro.
Well, I agree with you on that. I want to know how long you think the timeline for this to take effect. I mean, how long, for this transition? What are we looking at?
I would say in 2012. I'd say in the next year, things are going to fall apart. And probably by the end of 2012, 2013, the euro as we know it will be very different. The euro as we know it today will be very different.
Would you invest in the U.S. dollar?
If you live in North America, if you live in the U.S., you have to invest in the U.S. dollar because that's the national currency. You need the dollar to, to run your life, to pay your light bill and to buy gasoline at the station and buy the food at the supermarket. But what the U.S. dollar is really good for, in my view, is a medium of exchange that allows you to hold it in your hands and then go take it and buy something else that I think will retain value longer over time. Precious metals, mining companies, oil companies, oil service companies, things and groups and companies that I think have something that will be worth their value in the years going forward. The dollar is not going to hold its value in the years going forward. I think we're just in for another long period of decline.
If I bought you a ticket to go to D.C., do you have a solution to the currency crisis?
I would say the first thing we need to do in the U.S. is energy development, offshore, onshore, fossil fuel development. I think that energy development in the U.S. is one of the quickest ways to create jobs, create prosperity, create capital investment all through the economy. And right now, that is simply not happening. So if you said, give me your best idea to help the U.S. economy, I would say energy development.
Thank you so much for joining me today.
It is a pleasure. Thank you.